In the dead of night, the eerie glow of Mercy Hill Hospital could be seen from miles away. The once renowned facility had long been abandoned, shrouded in an ominous reputation. Local legends whispered of patients who had mysteriously vanished within its darkened corridors and doctors who had gone mad, their anguished screams echoing through the halls. As the moon cast an unsettling light upon the decrepit building, 4 friends, Sarah, Michael, Lisa, and Eric, gathered outside the hospital. They had heard the chilling stories and were eager to explore the hospital, armed only with flashlights and their courage. The hospital's entrance creaked open with an eerie groan. The air inside was heavy, filled with the stench of decay and the faint echoes of distant whispers. The friends ventured deeper, each step amplifying the haunting silence that surrounded them. In the dim light, they found themselves in a long, narrow corridor lined with rusted gurneys and shattered glass. Sarah, the boldest of the group, led the way. Suddenly, the sound of footsteps echoed from the shadows, causing the group to freeze in terror. The footsteps seemed to be coming closer, but there was no one in sight. Panicked, Michael shone his flashlight down the hallway, revealing a figure, a woman in a tattered hospital gown, her hair matted and her eyes devoid of sanity. She moved towards them with an unnatural, disjointed gait. Her raspy voice whispered incoherently, sending shivers down their spines. The friends, gripped by terror, turned and fled. They rushed through a maze of twisted corridors and reached an old, dimly lit operating room. As they tried to barricade the door with a metal table, they realized that Lisa was missing. Her screams echoed from the darkness as she called out for help. Determined to rescue their friend, Eric and Sarah decided to venture back into the haunted hospital. Michael was tasked with staying behind to guard the door. The siblings ventured deeper into the hospital, calling out for Lisa. But the further they went, the more distorted and confusing the layout of the hospital became. It was as if the hospital itself was conspiring to trap them within its malevolent grasp. They finally found Lisa in a room filled with antiquated medical equipment. She was standing in front of a cracked mirror, her reflection grotesquely distorted. She was muttering deliriously, her eyes vacant, as though possessed by some malevolent force. Sarah reached out to touch her, but Lisa suddenly lashed out, her fingers clawing at Sarah's face. Terrified, Eric dragged Lisa away, but as they retreated, a horde of shadowy figures emerged from the dark corners of the room. These phantoms, the tormented souls of the hospital's past, closed in on them. Back at the operating room, Mikkel was growing increasingly paranoid. The walls seemed to close in on him as he strained to hear the distant cries of his friends. Just as he was about to abandon his post and search for them, he felt a cold hand on his shoulder. He turned and his flashlight revealed the same deranged woman from before, her grin a grotesque mockery of sanity. As he screamed, the door to the operating room burst open, and the maddened apparitions of Mercy Hill Hospital swarmed in. The room became a whirlwind of violence, anguish, and despair. The 4 friends were never seen again, and Mercy Hill Hospital remained an unholy sanctuary for the tormented souls trapped within its cursed walls. Their restless spirits continued to haunt the hospital, forever seeking new souls to join them in their nightmarish purgatory. The legend of the haunted hospital lived on, a chilling warning to anyone who dared to venture into the realm of the supernatural, a place where the living and the dead were forever intertwined in an unending nightmare.